The setting is a hot-ass club, and you still keep sweating me? I don't see nothing wrong with getting a little love, but nigga, just let me breathe. Let me breathe, nigga! Let me breathe! What's going on, y'all? It's Troy the Boy, and welcome back. Oh, I just spit. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Troy the Boy, and welcome back to my channel, baby. Y'all done found my channel again? Y'all was clicking through the YouTube and was like, click. Let me find Troy the Boy. Click. And today, we are going to be doing a very special video to me. This product basically completely changed my whole hair game. Like, I was like down and out, baby. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was fresh in the natural hair game, and I was like, what am I gonna do? One day, my best friend, she is a natural sister. She's been natural for years now. So, of course, I was gonna reach out to her to see what a brother was gonna have to do with his hair, because I used to be like, girl, what do I do? This hair is, I don't know, I never had this before. And I was buying little stuff, but I'm like, these things ain't working. Like, they ain't working. And so one day she told me, I went to her house, I go to her house, and you know when you go to your best friend's house, you get to look in her products. I was like, girl, what you got in here, girl? Got some old weave in here, what you got? She says, baby bliss, what's all it is? So I go in there. So I'm like, girl, by the way, somebody gave me a tub of these 100 calorie per pop contains alcohol. Girl, I got it on the wrong side. 8% alcohol, it was a little strong when I opened it up. I hope I don't get drunk. I hope I don't get drunk. I'm going through her stuff, I'm like, girl, anything for me, kind woman, sir? Anything for me, kind woman? So she like, hey, you should try some of this clay. So she gives me a baggie of the clay, and she like mix it in with some water, some apple cider vinegar, and put it in your hair, detangle your hair first and everything, and use it. So I use it, baby. Without further ado, I'ma show you this health and beauty Aztec secret. Baby, this changed my life. This changed my life. I was down and out in the natural hair game. So first of all, I didn't know what the hell was going on with my hair. I did not know how to take care of it and everything. When I used this, baby, for the first time, when I rinsed this out of my head, baby, my whole head feel like it was just new hair. Like, my whole head feel revitalized. I had no idea that my hair could feel so good after I had rinsed the product out. So this is the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. It says that it's supposed to be for your face and your skin and everything, but my best friend got me hip and she was like, put it on your hair. She was like, put it on your hair. I'm like, all right, I know you know. So I'ma listen to her. So that's exactly what I did, shoot. If anybody used to get relaxers or anything like that, and you knew that you used to have your kinky hair or whatever, or your natural hair, and then when you got done, your roots was all smooth and silky. That's just to say, you know the difference of a transformation when your hair feels different after you rinse something out of it. When I rinsed this clay out of my head, I felt like I was feeling my texture of my hair for the very first time. Do you hear me? I got the girls at the hair store asking me, why am I buying that? And I tell them, now the hair store ain't even got it no more. Okay, I've already washed and detangled my hair. When you do this, you always want to make sure that your hair is completely detangled. It definitely gets, it hardens up. It's a clay, so it does harden up on you. But my hair is already washed and detangled. I'm just gonna go ahead and start, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly what this does. I do this clay maybe once a month, or just when I feel like my hair needs some type of revitalizing, and I feel like my wash and goes or something aren't coming out as good as I know that they can. I'm gonna show you guys how I mix it with my apple cider vinegar and my water, how I get the consistency of it right, and I'm just gonna show you guys exactly what it does for my hair. Not only does this kind of revitalize my natural curl pattern, it's a clarifier. So it's clear, that apple cider vinegar getting up in there, and it's clarifying, because y'all know I still haven't really found no shampoo that I've liked. So I need me a clarifier, and that apple cider vinegar mixed with that bentonite clay. So that's exactly what it is. It's an Aztec bentonite clay. Sorry, it's a calcium bentonite clay, excuse me, baby. So this is a calcium bentonite clay. I don't know exactly what calcium bentonite clay is, but I know what calcium is, and my hair loves it. The crazy thing is, it gets hard. And when you put this mask on, just like a clay mask for your face, it gets hard, it starts to flake and everything. And you would think that it was drying out your hair, but it ain't. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, watch and see what this do for my hair. When you use this, it's just a huge difference. I'm not gonna front on you with this product, man. This thing is everything. This is what started my whole hair game. I didn't know what my hair was gonna do, but with this, I knew that life was something. I knew that I had a life ahead of me with this. This is what started the game for me. I'm telling you, with this natural hair shit, you're gonna feel like you're running a fucking marathon with this shit. You feel like it's lasting. Me and my best friend was just talking. You feel like it lasts forever when your hair is short and you don't know how to take care of your hair and everything. I'm over here talking about it like it's my hero. It is. It is that time of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. Cash your checks and get up. Without further ado, I'm about to go ahead and get started. I'm gonna show you guys how I mix my calcium bentonite clay together. Let's do it, do it. Pussy nigga, and you done blew it. Hey. Said I tried and I tried, but this thing was happening. Usually I just use one of my old Eco Styler gel containers. It is big enough. I have a lot of hair and usually I just go ahead and fill this whole thing up. Since I have a lot of hair, I go ahead and fill this whole thing up. I use one of my old Eco Styler gel containers to mix everything in. I go ahead and take my Aztec clay, and what I do is, so I don't have a perfect formula for this. I just look for consistency and apple cider and water, of course. So I just go ahead and pour that on in. I get me a little bit up in there first because I don't want it to be super chunky and the powder not get completely immersed in my apple cider vinegar. I'll go ahead and put a little water in there. So I just start off with a little bit of water, you know, to kind of just start breaking that up a little bit. So there's that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and automatically start getting my thing, because the way this work is, I'll be wanting a pasty. I want it to be really pasty a little bit. So I'll go ahead and I'll put a little bit of my apple cider vinegar in there. I learned about this. The thing about this is you have to feel for the consistency of it. It does bubble up like that all the time. So with this, I have to just look for consistency in it to get that pasty feel. But I also want to make sure, like I said, the powder is being fully immersed and not sitting in there with lumps. I don't want any lumps. That's what it is. Just keep saying immersed. I don't want any lumps. Sometimes, so, and I don't have a perfect thing for this, so you do your own thing too. It's kind of like mixing for cake batter or something. Like, you just kind of have to feel for it a little bit. Where my baker's at. Where my baker's at. See, so it goes down, you see? Goes down. I like to work mine because, like I said, I don't like lumps and stuff. Just put a little bit of water in there. And sometimes you got to be careful with the liquids because you can always add more powder and stuff, but sometimes you can't take all that liquid out. Woo. Baby, this is an arm workout. Okay? Alright. Put a little bit more powder up in there. It's going to thicken up. Woo. My arm is like, hello, please. So we can start. So I just look for that consistency that for that paste. I don't want it to be too watery, but I also don't want it to be thick where I know that the lumps are not mixed in with the water and the apple cider vinegar. I want a good consistency with that. Ooh, feel free to take a break, baby. Ooh, feel free to take a break, child, cause this is A lot of work. So that's looking like the consistency that I wanted at. Like, I still see them lumps and stuff, but like I said, I like to have mines. I have to usually fill up this container, so I do have to put more in. And the way that we get more is by using more powder. You want to be careful with adding the powder, because if you put too much, or you want to be careful with the liquid, because if you put too much liquid, you might not be able to add any more powder. And the reason why I started using a full tub was because I was running out in the middle of this, and this gets pretty messy, and you don't kind of want to be having to run out in the middle. Break. All right. That's the consistency I'm looking for. Lumps are going away. It's getting smoother. It's a little more watery than I would like. Not watery, but I want it to be a little thicker. And again, I just do this because I have a lot of hair and I don't like running out. So you do the amount that you feel comfortable with. Ooh, this is a lot. Okay, that looks pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and start. And that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, and it's a pretty decent amount for me. I'm gonna go ahead and take this, and we are going to start. So it's all mixed up. There's still a little couple lumps in there, but I know the more that it sits, it'll be okay. But it's pretty smooth. It's not all dry. I can see on the sides of it that it's pretty well mixed. So let's do this thing. Oh yeah, put your top back on, because the thing is, this is a lot of powder, and as you can see, it gets all over the place. So I think you might want to put your top back on in case you knock it over. And you don't want this all over the place. I'm so happy to be doing this right now. Oh my God, this is one of my favorite products in the world. One of my favorite products in the world. Oh, my hair is going to be like, bitch. Yeah. bitch, what? So I am just gonna start taking down my section. My hair is actually already washed and detangled, so you know we gon' separate. That's what we always do. We separate. Who talking about me and you? Obviously, I am a person that is okay with not being together with someone because I keep singing that song. Break up. So I'm gonna just go ahead and wet it a little bit. So I'm also gonna just go ahead and split this braid. You know what? This gets messy and I'm getting hot, so I'm taking that off. Now, the important thing about this is your hair needs to be detangled when you put this on. You cannot just slap this on and you haven't detangled your hair. I detangled my hair already. I will link the video, my wash routine video, in the description of this video. It needs to be detangled because it's going to start getting hard. Once it starts getting hard, you can't necessarily be running your hands through it and stuff. And I like to make sure I'm really getting it all on. I like to shingle it out just a little bit, just so that I know my curls, each one will come out just as luscious as the next. I think this also helped with my curls having their own identity. Each curl is its own curl. You know, I don't like to mess with it too much. Follow what your hair say. If it feel like it don't need to be touched too much, go ahead and leave it alone. I do like to keep it hydrated. I know it dries up really fast, so I try to make sure that I'm at least putting some water in it so that it doesn't dry up on me too fast. So you want to be able to work that in. Get up in there, because them curls is going to be looking luscious, baby. Get it fully on there. You can already see it just forming and doing its own thing. I do try to remember to at least work on my ends and then start to go to the root, because I realize that it's just easier to move the product through your hair when you start at your ends and then go into the root. So I'm just gonna work my way around, put a little water on each section, and put my clay on so that I know that it is feeling all luscious. I'm probably gonna split each section. Make sure you have your spray bottle. I need a new spray bottle. I do not like my spray bottle. I've had it for years. It makes my fingers hurt when I hit the thing on it. I do not like it. This is the worst fucking sprayer. I hate it. It hurts my hands. That sprayer's boo-boo. I'm over here working with like 3 paper cuts. My shoulder is hurting. Y'all, I fucking went to sleep on the damn floor and my whole damn arm is hurting. Whole shoulder, whole side of my damn torso is hurting and shit. When I was younger, I used to be able to lay on floors, baby. I can't lay on no damn floor. I was drunk. In the way my bathroom set up, it is comfortable, so I went ahead and laid up on that floor, baby. I had me a pillow. I had me a little pillow. I was in there getting it in. Like, I remember I woke up sleeping there and I was like, let me get extra comfortable. I would never do that again. You just want to go ahead and work section to section just because it starts to harden up on you and it feels like it might be drying out your hair. It's not drying your hair out. And be generous with it. Don't be stingy. Do you hear me? We don't skimp on product. So if you're a skimper, skimp on. Skimp on, skimper. Skimpers get skimped. We don't do skimpers over here, girl. I just want to be one of the Ashleys. Ashley T here. Ashley Spinelli in this mug, like, come on. Who didn't want to be an Ashley? Like I said, this product changed my life. Just doing this once a month just completely revitalizes my curls. It just feels like I get to start anew. Like this, to me, when I do my bentonite, my calcium bentonite clay, it just feels like I get to start anew. It feels like my curls are being like, hey, we are here. I told y'all this get a little messy. It's not gonna be easy. It's a little messy, and that's okay because the way that your hair turned out, it's beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful mess. This ain't for the weak-hearted, okay? If you're looking for prissiness, you're looking for it to be just neat, then you need to move on, sweet tea. Move on. Get along here. You want it to be all beautiful and easy? Then move along, sweet tea, because this is not the life for you, okay? Maybe you need to do something else. This is what it takes. Being in the natural game is like being on Game of Thrones sometimes. With this clay right here, I was able to find that this was my Daenerys. Shit. More like my Jon Snow, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Do you all just see, you just see the just already when I put it on my head? Like, I try to get it on my scalp. Hey, put it on your skin. It's okay. It's good for your skin and everything. It's real good for your skin. Look at that. Look at that. Move that. Yeah, move that dope. Yeah, nigga, move that dope, man. Move that dope, man. Move that dope. Yeah, yeah, nigga, move that dope. That's how I feel when I'm moving this clay, baby. The only thing, man, it took me forever to find my clay. I told them little heifers at that damn, hair store, and now they ain't even got none. And then I went there and they had some old magic something. Now I ain't used the magic version, but I don't want it to say magic. So I had to go on the other side of town and get me some, and I picked up 2 bottles, you best believe it, because I am not running out. I like to make sure my whole head is in there, encased, mummified. So I just went ahead and added some water to my clay because it's drying up on me a little bit and I don't want it to. Told y'all this ain't for the weak-hearted. You gotta do a little adjusting sometimes. I know that when I get done with this process, how my hair turns out. That's the beautiful thing about this. As messy as this is, and as crazy as this looks, and it's like, why would you put this on your hair? And it's just so worth it. It's like, if I would have had this when I was a teenager and stuff, I would have been killing the game. I'm gonna show y'all my cotillion pictures. I was in the Delta Sigma Theta cotillion, and I looked a hot mess. I didn't though. It was the most confident hair I ever had. I let this sit on for probably about, I'm not even gonna cap. I kind of just leave this on until I feel like it's dried up a little bit. It don't be dried completely. I just kind of feel it out. It's for your skin, so technically this is excellent. And I have put it on my skin before, a full mask and everything. And y'all know I love a good mask. Y'all stay tuned. I will be back. As y'all can see, the application is not an easy process. It's boning biggie, biggie. It's boning biggie, biggie. It's boning biggie, biggie. It's boning biggie. And let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, let's ride and get high, and get high, and get high, and get high. Didn't know your hair could be like this. What? Ow. Didn't know your hair could be like this. Ooh. Oh, did the Aztecs have a secret? They had a secret, baby. I think they did. I think the Aztecs had a secret in this mug. I told y'all I was gonna bump like this. Turn around and I make it jump like this. Y'all didn't think that I could bump like this. See, I told y'all I was gonna bump like this. I left this on for about an hour. And you can do it too. Just you can do it too. This ain't each one teach one. Each one teach one. I hope they know who they teaching, cause you can't learn shit. I'm kidding. I'm sure that all of you are perfectly capable of learning. Hello, you wouldn't be here if you didn't. You learn how to put that name in, huh? Give you credit somewhere, baby. This is what my health and beauty Aztec clay does, baby. My calcium bentonite clay. This is what it does for me, darling. So after I do my bentonite clay, I go ahead and do a little mask. You always want to make sure that you're doing some type of conditioning treatment. Is somebody rapping? They don't want me to start rapping down the street. So don't ever second guess me. And if you're wondering who could the best be, think a second and recollect the worst whipping you ever had yet. And I'll bet that I did it. My fingerprints are still on you. How many times I gotta warn you about the light? It'll blind your sight, but the rhythm will still guide you through the night. Ooh, ooh, kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that. Y'all know nothing about that.